Is it true that King Justinian IV is dead? That would mean I'm sixth in line for the throne. I know who was responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these...
Those who perish without embracing Malthael.
My mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't...
And now I hear those Reapers are taking people's souls? This is madness!
Why fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What do another dozen?
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up.
We're not going to die, are we? Tell me we're not going to die.
Death comes to all.
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakus, haven't you?
Evil shall perish!
Had enough?
I did not care much for him at first, but Lyndon is beginning to grow on me.
Really?
He pretends to be quite crass, but I think that beneath it all, he is a very nice man.
I wouldn't mention that to Cormac.
He pretends that he does not like Lyndon, but I think he really does.
Cower before Zakarum.
May their corpses rot here forever. The whole city will burn to ash if these fires are not stopped. It may be too late already.
Bad luck for you, friend. Like chaff before the wind.
Lies before us.
I enjoyed that. By the light be damned. By the light be damned. Like chaff before the wind. Charming.
These remains are ancient.
Had enough? Make your peace quickly.
Quickly now! Show them what you're capable of!
Burn in the light.
It is a blessing that even during the worst plague, some will survive.
Out of room. I'm returning to town.
All that I have said has come to pass.
All right, buy something, will you? This stuff's heavy.
bad for you, friend. Like chaff before the wind.
This cannot be opened yet.
Yes!
It is done. The bloodline of Rakis will once again sit on the throne.
And that would be you.
My grandmother, with the peasants supporting me. Of course, there will...
You betrayed...
I have spent my whole life preparing for this day, Crusader.
You are mine now!
The crusade marches on!
I require more wrath.
Perhaps this age is not so different from my own. There is still pain, suffering, hatred, and death. I could sleep another 1,000 years and I would find the world much the same.
Not if we fail.
My master has begun his work on the stone. Nothing that you do matters. Soon demons spawn like you will be gone forever.
The time for words is past.
The demon spawn shall perish in flames!
Not enough wrath. Speak again, Malthael. I need to go back.
Quite unlike me to fall apart like that. I can't imagine what came over me. Let's keep this between ourselves, eh?
I'm dangerous with most of these, you know.
You killed the angel who was responsible for this horror.
Yes, but his master is the true evil. He still lives, but I mean to fix that. I will ensure this never happens again.
I believe you.
You've had an interesting life, I'd say.
Oh, I could tell you stories. We were frequently set upon by bandits. It became quite tiresome, really. One time, I had had enough. I know this is hard to believe, but when I was younger, I was even more vivacious than I am now. So I seduced their leader, convinced him to free us by giving him details on how he could rob a local magistrate. He'd heard the Vetchin could predict the future, so he believed me. They were caught and hung 3 days later. I must have forgotten to tell him that part of my vision.
I wonder if we could sell wigs made from your hair.
That is enough, Harold! If we survive this nightmare, I am leaving for my parents' estate in Bramwell.
That's a grand idea, dearest. Your father has more than enough money to...
Follow me, and I will tie you naked to a tree for the crows. Maybe then you'll finally think of something other than money.
Now that Urzael is dead, I'm going to Bramwell to find my son.
It's still not safe out there.
I don't care.
Thanks to you, I can finally bury my wife in peace.
This disaster will make for great reading someday, provided that anyone survives to chronicle it.
I have some good news for you, Cormac.
And what, pray, is that?
Westmarch is recovering. You can stop being so miserable. Or at least return to your normal level of misery.
I'm not miserable. I'm just thinking.
Oh dear. That's even worse. This is serious, isn't it?
It is good to fight with you again.
Urzael is dead, and without his leadership, the Reapers should be easy for Torian's men to finish off.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
But we still don't know why Malthael wants the stone, and he grows stronger by the moment. We are running out of time.
That strange woman you brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately. Urzael is slain. Westmarch is saved. And yet these thoughts weigh constantly upon me.
There will always be another battle, but a seasoned fighter enjoys the victory at hand.
Wise words, my friend. Angels are cursed with a wider perspective of events. To live in the moment is a part of mortal existence I must learn to embrace.
How fortunate I am to have met the savior of Westmarch. You simply must let me ask you some questions when your work is done.
Tira's newly established rule over Westmarch did nothing to quell the civil war, which continued until she was driven mad and eventually killed by the plague. Cornelius, grandson of Justinian III and slave to the Zakharum faith, used this opening to crush the rebels once and for all and become the new king.
Rachis conquered all of Honduras before founding Westmarch. Repelling this invasion would be child's play for him.
I heard Lysa's voice again, and I could make out more of what she was saying. She is calling out for me, but it sounds as though the voice is speaking to me from far away, from beyond our world.
You saw her body. She is gone.
I do not understand it, but I know she is out there, and she needs me.
I'm telling you, Lyria was so lonely, and Zai was so alive and full of life. They shared one perfect night, and after she emerged, blushing. Dirges raced to her side, but Zai was gone. The ruby around Lyria's neck was the only sign that he had ever been there.
So Zai left a sign for Dirgist and got Lyria in trouble. Did he feel any guilt?
No, not then. He felt pride.
Cheldo, I know how to find Malthael, but you will not like what I have to tell you.
What is it?
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael. She waits for you in the Blood Marsh, and you know her well. Adria.
Adria. Where are the angels? Why do they not stop Malthael?
There is confusion and dissension in the high heavens. You must remember, Malthael was our leader once.
You're on the Angiris Council. Get the angelic host down here.
Imperius commands the host, and he will not unleash them on a fellow angel, especially a former member of the Angiris Council.
Imperius. I'll have words with him when this is over.
You're not going anywhere without me.
And why is that?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you find out where Malthael is.
Come if you want, but Adria is going to pay for what she did to Leah. Urzael and the Reapers are dead. Now the people of Westmarch can begin to rebuild their city and their lives. Lorath and I depart for the Blood March to confront Adria. She knows how to find Malthael, but more importantly, there is a blood debt between us, and she will pay it.
We hid the Black Soul Stone in the deepest part of the Nephilim ruins near here. We thought it would be safe, but Malthael found it all the same.
The first time I saw a witch, she burned. Father took me to the town square to see it. Look, he said, that is the face of evil. But she looked like any other woman, and burned like anything else. Then the flames engulfed her. Her eyes found mine, and she laughed.
Can you?
This is the entrance to the tomb, but someone's collapsed it.
Adria.
It looks like we'll have to find another way into the ruins. What was that?
My wrath is low.
This was just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones littered across the Blood Marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most, but will reveal the correct path to a Nephilim such as yourself.
You never stop trying, Adria. I'll say that for you.
Remember to get the information we need before you...
Right.
Well, that's not very reassuring.
light.
Prepare for a long fight!
Bad luck for you, friend.
Could we find more like that?
My father could never understand. He was born into privilege and wealth, and he spent every moment of his life trying to protect it. I was his flesh and blood, but he cared more about the names in books and the faces of the paintings on the walls than his living daughter.
I enjoyed that. By the light be damned! Bad luck for you, friend.
Do you know what fear is? The fear of who you are. Fear of what your own blood would do if they knew what you were. No, you could never understand it. People look to you as a savior. Have you ever thought about the lives you've taken? They were fathers, lovers, daughters.
This is one of the guide stones, but nothing happens when I approach it.
Let me try.
They asked me what I see when I look into the fire. I see a burning man. I see a burning witch. I see terror and a hunger that will consume everything. What hope do the works of men have against such all-consuming hunger? I gave myself to the flames.
There are 4 entrances to the Nephilim city, each one etched with a sigil. Only the correct one marks the true entrance to the tomb, however. When you activate these stones, one of the wrong sigils disappears.
These creatures are usually fairly docile. Whatever Adria's doing has made them unnaturally aggressive. Your life is over! Our opponents may be strong, but I will not stand down!
This is not the passage I'm looking for.
I enjoyed that.
I wonder if this is the right one.
What? I'm not dead? You have my thanks. But a word of warning. These animals carry a plague and must be killed before it spreads. To create a potion to fight it, I cut one of them open and took its innards. They smell it on me. That's why they're attacking. Here. Take this as my way of saying thanks. I must get back to my work.
Not yet.
I enjoyed that.
your death.
By the light be damned!
I'll have to find another guide stone to show which sigil shows the correct entrance.
Life is the same as this bog, filled with muck and dirt, trying to drag us under. We must have the strength to rise above it, or we are nothing.
Ah, now I know which sigil marks the right passage. This is the right passage.
Cower before Zakarum. Akarat be praised. Make your peace quickly. My wrath is low. Burn in the light!
The servants of evil are vanquished!
Make your peace quickly.
Had enough?
Not enough wrath.
By the light be damned!
I'm overburdened.
I will use this.
I'm returning to town.
Do you prefer slashing or stabbing? Or shooting?
The boy meant well. You've made many mistakes yourself, like following me all over the world.
He's a fool, and fools end up dead around here.
Ah, now I see.
What are you talking about?
You lost your father, your wife, your apprentice. If you keep everyone far away, you cannot lose another.
You keep that nonsense to yourself, or I might forget how much I owe you.
This passage won't take me to Corvus.
Perhaps, when this is over, I'll return here to live a life of isolation until I reach enlightenment.
Surely there's a certain someone you'd miss?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Burn in the light!
Righteousness.
By the light be damned!
I don't like the look of that.
We are fighting a battle that was lost before it had even begun. To follow the Black King into a war against Westmarch was folly of the highest order. Each day only brings us closer to complete and utter defeat, but our commanders refuse to surrender.
Make your peace quickly! Make your peace quickly! Make your peace quickly.
It is decided. We will flee this doomed war. I had hoped to find solace in this decision, but it brings only more uncertainty. We will never see our homes again, and our names will be dishonored. What choice do we have? Certain death in the service of a madman?
Like chaff before the wind.
They should have run when they had the chance.
We found what was left of Roston yesterday. The wretched creatures of the Borg seized us without warning. We are being punished by the gods. I would laugh if I had the energy. We fled the war to save ourselves, but it seems death already knew our names.
I require more wrath.
We'll rip these brutes to shreds.
This cave has killed even more of us than the Borg we thought to escape. We must leave at once. But to where? The only choice left to us is where to die.
Make your peace quickly.
We are men without a country, shamed and cursed for fleeing an unjust war. We should have stayed and died with our honor intact. Instead, we are slaughtered like pigs by beasts that feed on our remains. Death on the battlefield would have been far better than the fate we have chosen.
Held her head under one of these blood pools.
I have always wondered how much Adria relied on Diablo's power instead of her own. Based on her blood golems, her magic is very strong. These flesh gorgers are raised from earth, stone, and demon blood, and they are driven to feast on humans so they may resemble us more closely. Let's hope they don't succeed.